there's gonna be problems.
Start the truck up and make her bleed.
Well, I was 100% F.
Giddy wiggly! But I'll keep something coming down the pipeline for you. Wow! Don't consider it. Do it. Do it, David.
Welcome back to Ryan Campbell, Soup to Nuts. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it from the heart. On today's video, I'm going to be working on the Dodge Ram 2500 diesel. Gotta replace the hydrobooster for the brakes. It's leaking, so it has to be replaced. So I'm going to replace it with a new one. It's actually reconditioned, but it's new to me.
You are tuned in to Ryan Campbell, Soup to Nuts.
How's it hanging? Hi. How's it hanging?
Alright, so I'm going to be working on the Dodge Ram 2500 diesel right here behind me. The hydrobooster, which is basically a brake booster, but it's not vacuum. Most cars are vacuum boosters. They're powered by vacuum. But with a diesel engine, diesel doesn't have vacuum built into the engine like gasoline engines do, because they have the throttle plate that closes to help create vacuum, or actually to create vacuum. Diesels don't have a throttle plate. So with all that being said, the power brakes is powered by the power steering pump, and the booster itself is leaking out, and I actually kind of ran out of power brakes once, and unbeknownst to me, it was leaking pretty bad. So I'll show you the old one in the engine bay, and then I'll show you the new one on the ground, and then I'll get rocking and rolling and rocking. I hate when people say that. That sounds like a 85-year-old man who's trying to be cool, young, and hip. Yeah, that's what I sound like right now, I suppose. So I'll show you what I have to do, and then I'll probably time-lapse start taking things apart. Here we have, this is the brake master cylinder. This is the reservoir for the brake master cylinder underneath it, and it bolts right onto this whole contraption here, which is the hydro booster. You can see the 3 lines coming into it. So those are from the power steering pump and going back to power steering pump. So gotta disconnect those lines. Then there's like 4, I'll show you on the new part, but there's like studs that go through the firewall, so I have to get the bolts or the nuts from the inside. So there's also a rod that goes inside to the cab that has like a pin or whatever that hooks actually onto the brake pedal. So I gotta disconnect that. I gotta unbolt the brake master cylinder off of the hydro booster. So I think there's 3 nuts. There's one right there, and there's one right here, and there's one right here. I think it's those 3. I could be wrong. Anyway, I gotta unbolt it. I'll figure out once I start taking them apart, but I gotta unbolt it and take it off from the inside as well. So, and when I do this, I'm guessing a lot of power steering fluid is probably gonna leak once I disconnect the line, so I'm probably gonna put some kind of jug or something underneath here to try to catch as much as I can. So this is the new guy. So this, you can see there's just studs that go, this is like where the firewall will be. So this is like inside the cabin, this is the engine bay. So these studs go in, there's nuts that hold it on, and then this rod connects to the brake pedal, and it has like a pin that goes through, so I gotta take that out. It looks like there's two nuts that have to come off to disconnect the master cylinder. See, this is where the 2 of the lines, and this is where another line goes. So let's get cracking. Alright, so a little change of game plans with the truck's hydro booster. I decided I'm going to try, I found a rebuild kit because I need 1 extra seal anyway that goes in between the master cylinder, the brake master cylinder, and the hydro booster. And the dealer didn't have, like, nobody has it. But I did find like a full rebuild kit that supposedly has it. I haven't test fit everything yet, but it's supposed to be one of the seals I still have in this baggie. So I actually rebuilt the factory, the stock one already. I'm hoping to be able to return the other one that I bought from Rock Auto, but I want to make sure this works first before I return that. So let me show you what I did. I replaced these two seals. This seal here, it's like figure 8 one, actually goes in between these. This is like one piece, this is another piece. Really dirty. So it basically, you know, seals the two together. And then this seal here, you can see there's the shaft here. In the middle, it's like a round, you can see, you know, it's kind of like a round housing all the way through. Kind of in the middle of it, this seal is kind of, there's a cutout and it pops into a groove. So I ripped that out, put the new one in the same orientation. As you can see, there's a lip like on one side and the other side is just flat. So I made sure it was in the same orientation. All right, so this lip was a little beat up. There was a little bit of a tear in it. I guess that's how it was leaking. All right, so it was leaking out of this hole here. This is like straight down, in the like down to the ground. So this is basically upside down right now. But it's called a weeping hole. It was leaking through here. So the seal's kind of like here. So it, you know, fluid was getting past the seal and was being able to drip down into there. There's two other seals that I could not replace, even though they probably are leaking very, very, very slightly, because this shaft had a little bit of a coating of power steering fluid on it, but it wasn't anything considerable. But the way the whole thing is, basically, the instructions even say to cut this rod, because there's the two seals are, this shaft slides, I can't do it with one hand, but this shaft slides in and out, and then there's two seals on the shaft. The shaft is about this thick. But obviously, with this on the end, I can't slide the seals over. And on the other side, there's like a big piston, so can't get the seals over that way. The instructions even say to cut this. I guess they want you to cut it and re-weld it. Cut it, replace the seals, re-weld it. I don't know. But I wasn't getting into all that. I wasn't leaking that bad. I guess if it does start leaking bad, I'll have a better plan of attack next time. And I'll save all that seals kit. So I still have the seals, but didn't replace them. So now I'll show you what I have to do next, and then we're going to do a time lapse of me actually doing it. Got a problem here. This is the seal that came with the kit, and this is the old seal that ripped off. As you can see, it's kind of hard with one hand to hold it all together, but the ripped one is considerably bigger, so it doesn't fit. So I'm going to have to somehow, some way find a damn seal. I'll figure something out. But in the meantime, I'm going to put this guy, throw it back up in there. So these 4 bolts, I'll show you after I have it done. These 4 bolts go through the firewall, and then from the inside of the car, I put nuts on. You know, there's 4 nuts that hold this on tight. And then this rod here, there's like a pin on the brake pedal that goes through. So basically, it hooks onto the brake pedal. I'll show you that once I get it done. And then here, right here, and here, there's 3 lines. This line, and those 2 that are wiggling down there. They all connect. Since it's kind of dark and time-lapse wouldn't really look that good, and then it's not all 100% getting put back because I can't put the brake master cylinder back on until I have that seal, I'll just put the Hyrdroboost in, and then I'll come back and show you exactly what I did. And hopefully I don't have any problems, but you never know. This is a Ryan Campbell soup to nuts operation, so there's going to be problems. Bet your bucks on it. Alright, so I got the rebuilt Hyrdroboost into the truck. I'll show you the inside in a second. I had to wait a little bit because there's a seal that goes in here, and I had to order a whole damn new master cylinder just to get this seal. I could not find this seal on its own anywhere. Anywhere. How do you like that? Anywhere. Yeah. Yeah. So I just have to throw this seal on. There's a little bit of a groove here, so it just pops right on that. I'm gonna wipe it up a little bit, but so then I just have to. There's 2 nuts that go. I just gotta line this up, put this into place, and then there's 2 nuts that hold everything on tight, and then just hook the lines up. All right, inside there's 4 nuts. There's studs built on a Hyrdroboost, so there's 4 nuts. One there, one you can see straight up, and then that one there, and then you can see one up higher. And then I really can't get the camera. There's the linkage from the Hyrdroboost hooks onto the brake pedal. It just slides right on, and then there's like a C-clip. So that's all in and donezo. Let's wrap this baby up so we can get this girl back on the road, make some money, start working on the Z again.
I got everything tightened up here. It's all snug as a bug in a damn rug. So, it's all tight. It's tight. So time. Start the truck up and make her bleed. I gotta bleed the power booster, pumping the brakes and some other crap. So I'm gonna do some brake pumping and then start it up and then pump some more and then I'm gonna shut off and check some fluid. But I'll let you listen to the startup. Alright, so bit of bad news and also good news too coming soon with the truck. So I got the rebuilt Hyrdroboost, got it all together. You saw me get it all together. I put it back in the truck. Started out, everything hooked up, all the lines, all the etc., everything, and you know, hooked up to the brake. Wasn't working. The pedal would just lock to the floor, like it would fully engage. I couldn't do anything. I tried to bleed it 80 million times, like nothing was doing nothing. So I finally, you know, pulled the good old trigger and took it back out, take it apart, see if I could find anything wrong. And lo and behold, this piece here goes in and out of this hole, and there's a spring in there. You kind of see a spring in there, and then it hooks onto like that little arm there that has like the two little points, the little fingers, whatever you want to call them. So I'm not exactly 100% positive how every single thing works in here, but I know the basic parts, how it goes together. So this piece here, it's supposed to have this piece on it. Yep. It's a cracked piece of metal. So this piece cracked off. I ain't manhandled, nothing like that. I just opened it up and the piece fell. So, with that being said, at that point, I realized I have to order a whole new one because they don't sell just the parts inside, so I was 100% effed. So, I went ahead and bought a new one. Got the new one. Let's go to the truck. Got the new one. Here's the new one. YouTube, meet the new one. So I got the new one. Got it all put in. All lines. You know, bolted master cylinder to it. Everything went pretty good. No major issues. And, you know, I did the bleeding procedure. Make sure the fluid is full. You know, checked it a few times. Everything is perfect. So, truck is back in action, baby. So I'm just over here, giddy wiggly. Hey! Finally got that damn thing done. So, that's driving good. There's just still a few little things I need here and there in the truck, but it's nothing. I have to get new tires. I have to do that on it, and just, you know, a few little things here and there. I'll probably do an oil change before the winter comes. Just, you know, little stupid stuff that happens with older vehicles. But hopefully that's it for a while at the truck, I'm hoping, but who the hell knows. You're probably going to see next a bunch of 350Z stuff because I'm getting close to buttoning everything up on that. I actually have a whole bunch of videos filmed. I don't know how this is going to fall in order. There's a whole bunch of stuff I have filmed with the 350Z that I haven't fully put out, and maybe I have put some of it out yet, depending on the order of things here, the order of the videos. But I'm going to have some more stuff coming up, and I have a few things I have to do on the daily, which is a 2007 Nissan Murano, so I have a few things to do on that as well, so there's going to be a couple videos or something like that on that vehicle. But I'll keep something coming down the pipeline for you. Wapow! I'll keep you in mind. If you like this video, please don't consider it. Do it.
Do it, damn it. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe down here. Give me a like, comment, all that crap. Tell a friend to tell a friend. That's it. Hi. And in the meantime, don't forget to drive fast.